Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One, and welcome to Boots on the Ground. Sorry for the noise in the background. It is pouring rain here, which I guess we better not complain. Rain is precious. But if you have anything you can offer, Boots on the Ground, southernprepper1 at yahoo.com. Southernprepper1 at yahoo.com is my only email, and you can send any of your reports there. Let's get right into it. This person said home heating oil. They just got their tank filled up. It was $6.25 a gallon. Last year, it was $4.03 a gallon, and they thought last year's price was high. FedEx Freight, and that's the branch of the FedEx Corporation, they announced that they're asking for their drivers to take a 90-day furlough. They will be able to keep their health benefits, but they will also be able to apply for unemployment in their states. I reported this a few days ago from someone that knew this meeting was going on, so that was sort of neat to see. You know, a few days ago we get the report from Boots on the Ground, and then I looked in the news today, and a few people sent me the article that just verified what was happening. So that is good. You people out there are awesome. Thank you for sending in reports. Also, Narcan is a shortage in Alabama. They're using that for all the overdoses. So it's an important drug. It actually saves people's life. Without it, good chance that you will die. Another railroad union on Monday voted down the labor agreement that President Biden in September sort of worked out. This was the Brotherhood of Boilermakers. It is now 3 of the 12 unions have said no to this what they thought was going to be an agreement to not have a strike. So right now they're in a cooling off period, but come December 9th, after that, I believe they could legally strike, and that would be really devastating to our economy. Milk shortage. A few people sent me this. This is in North Carolina, and they received it from their school district, but it's not just one school district, it's many school districts in that general area that they cannot secure a supply of milk in the little cartons for the children. That's just unbelievable that our great country can't even put milk into our schools. New York City is going to have to fork out about $600 million, and this is to give migrants that are being bussed up there, that are actually crossing the border illegally. They're going to use $600 million of taxpayers' monies to help shelter them and put them through school. This is really an insult to all of those immigrants that have come before them, that have legally gone through the process. It's an insult to them. This person driving from Arkansas to Wisconsin stopped at a Wendy's. There was a note there, no salads, because there's a shortage of lettuce. Also, on Arby's they passed or went to, the drive-thru stated there was not some of the regular stuff on the menu because of shortages. One included was the turkey was not there. This person says, my mom worked as a civil service for 30 years. She passed away in June of this year, July 1st. I mailed the forms in for OPM for survivorship benefits. Bottom line, that kept getting the runaround. The government is just very slow in taking care of this, and it looks like it's going to be about a year before they can start getting their benefits through this government program. This person went to their local Aldi's in Florida. Actually, they said they can't wait for the crickets in UK to come here so they can sample them. They also said the checkout lanes accepted cash, so that was good, and they actually had a cashier there. But this person's actually eager to find out what these crickets that the world is being pushed on us for a substitute for meat. I've eaten crickets. I will stick with good old beef any day. A farming friend of ours in Iowa told me today that the last year after harvest, his diesel fuel for the year costed $45,000. He just finished harvesting last week, and it was crazy numbers. Diesel fuel this year was $120,000. So he went from $45,000 last year to $120,000. This is insanity, they said. Brace yourself, because food prices are definitely going to be going up. A federal appeals court on Monday temporarily blocked the Biden administration's student loan forgiveness program. So this is putting a halt to it. There's actually another separate court order that put a halt to it. So they're looking at the legality of the president just spending money, not going through Congress and having this done. This is lettuce in Winnipeg. If you can find it, $9 for one. My wife and I just left Verizon and we went to Spectrum Mobile. They are seeing a huge savings in the cost. So if you're looking to save a little bit of money, they will go into Spectrum Mobile. A lot of people have switched from more expensive plans, especially companies like Verizon. So hopefully this works out and they can do a report on us in the next few months saying that they're hopefully happy with their service. They're saying that, I guess, their new company uses the same Verizon towers. So this would be a huge plus. So look into changing companies if you can. I've been buying Easy Cheese from Kraft for many years. I put it on my crackers and eat it. But lately, the Easy Cheese is running off the crackers. When I was having a toothache, I bought clove oil. It numbs, it helps reduce the pain, and it reduces the swelling. So it really worked for me. It was a lifesaver until I could get to my dentist. And this is clove oil. Here in North Carolina, we are not seeing a high price for turkey. We're paying 98 cents to $1.18 a pound and plenty in stock. We have a mobile mechanic business, and the biggest problem we're seeing is getting parts. And a lot of these parts are not the quality they used to be. We've had to warranty out many parts in the last few months due to the quality. And when ordering, it takes much longer to get them. Also, many people do not have the funds to do needed repairs. We discount where we can for those that truly need our help. Hopefully times will get better. This is San Antonio, Texas. 18 count cage-free eggs used to be $2.75. They are now $6.53. Weirdly enough, even though our local shelves are well stocked, this is still causing me anxiety when shopping. Thoughts about future shortages has made me feel very weird while going through the aisles. I look at the shoppers going about their business and the current ample shelves and wondering to myself, what will it look like in a few months, in a year? And when I reach for a product, I feel as though I have to do it in total composure and buy only a nondescript amount. Let other shoppers see me suddenly stocking up and freak out. Like so many of your viewers, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. This is chocolate chips. They sent me pictures. I'm glad they did because I wouldn't believe it. But huge increase. They used to be $3.99 for a big bag of chocolate chips, and this would be pre-pandemic. And then they went up to about $6. And then a week ago, they are $8.49 for a bag of chocolate chips. This was titled Crazy Full Store. I was recently visiting my mother in Wisconsin. I stopped at a Dollar General store in a small town. The store was overflowing with everything. It was snowing, but they had racks on the sidewalks between the two sets of doors. They were full of summer items. I commented to an employee that this was crazy. And she said she is the only employee there. She has to stock and be the cashier. She is by herself every day from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. She stated that the last truck came and unloaded 27 racks of merchandise. She had to pull 6 out onto the sales floor just to make room for the new ones. She also mentioned prices are changing so fast that they can't keep up. This is from Anchorage. This is Alaska update. Turkey here, I found it for 99 cents at Costco. Otherwise, the local butcher wants close to $5 and over $5 a pound for natural turkey. The butcher quoted me $105 for a 20-pound turkey. I ended up getting the 99-cent butterball to save money. Also, 2 fresh whole chickens are almost $19. And they aren't even organic, just normal chickens. They used to be about $13 to $14 for 2. Also, I think it's called Nokian Winter tires. They're studded tires for trucks that continue to be on back order. They had a plant in Russia and they closed it. They estimate my tires would cost $1,800 to $2,000 if going with the Nokian brand. And being Alaska, you do need studded tires for the winters up there. I live in Southwest Virginia. Our local Walmart is and has been packed with items on the shelf and in the aisles, except the frozen potato section. It has been deficient for months. So strange. Of all the products to be lacking, Our local stores with nowhere near the stock or selections don't have this problem with frozen potatoes, but Walmart definitely, any potato product that's frozen has been very short. I'm hoping with the new harvest that's come in that the plants can get the products back out into the stores. I live in North Carolina, and this is another report of the school district, not far from the Virginia line. They're not able to provide milk for the students. I don't know if this is the same story or if it's the same story but in widespread different locations. I don't know that. I went grocery shopping in Winco in California. It was Monday morning, which is my usual day as it's not too busy. The shelves seem decently stocked compared to what I've heard of other places from boots on the ground. The problem is lack of workers. I was the 8th person in line of 10. It seems like we were shopping at Thanksgiving or Christmas time. I asked my friend who works at the store what was going on, and she said they are constantly short 4 or 5 employees every shift. I am learning patience during this worker shortage. One method people on a tight budget to do is to cover the interior of the window with a clear shower curtain. It is thick enough to block drafts coming in and can be tacked onto the interior window frame, and this will save money because less energy. TJ's, I believe that's a restaurant, has a very delicious pre-made barbecue chicken salad. My last 3 visits, I have not bought it because the lettuce was in bad shape. Today the lettuce looked good, so I bought one. When I opened it at home, I found only about 1/4 of the amount of chicken in it than it usually has in it. This is definitely shrinkflation. It would have been more accurate for the label to say it contains essence of chicken. I won't buy it again. This person, a wife and husband, they have 2 teenage kids. We purchased a 6-year-old home that was paid off in about a year for $90K. Nothing in our home is fancy or renovated. It's small, but works for us. It's warm and full of love, so all that is really all we need. We are on 1 income, so I can stay home and tend to the kids' home and a small homestead animals. We manage this by having absolutely no debt. We only pay cash for cars and then run them out and get another one when needed. I dress nicely, but most items are secondhand. Very simple and an uncomplicated life. But in today's world, it took a lot of mindfulness not to get caught up in trying to act rich. We had family over the years buy a huge $1 million home, all the best toys, and even installed a huge swimming pool last year. I was always a little confused about how they manage all these huge high-ticket items, but didn't think much of it. Turns out they're in a heap of trouble. They borrowed against their house a bunch of times and are now swimming in debt. I feel the stress of canned corn being expensive, so I can't imagine how they must feel. I am praying for everyone who got wrapped up in this situation, and thank God every day we decided to stay in my small hometown around family and kept life simple. All the prepper channels have helped us store about 6 months of food. I don't share this to brag. We did something so we could just make sure we make it through. So that is a good way of living. Keep it simple. Stay debt-free, and don't become a slave to the lender. This person sent me a picture, and this is in Kansas. Milk, $6.48 a gallon. It says, it's only getting more and more difficult to afford to feed ourselves. The milk just looked like a name brand. It didn't look like an organic product. $6.48 a gallon. This is in Michigan area. Just talked to my contact at the sugar beet refinery, and he said to stock up on sugar as prices will jump after the holidays. This person bought a new bedroom set in November of 2020, so about 2 years ago, for $5,700. A king set, split adjustable bed, mirror, all the works. 2 side tables, everything. A family member went to the same furniture store yesterday, and that's literally 2 years ago. From when the other person bought it, so 2 years, to buy a very similar set, but just a king set, split adjustable bed with dresser and mirror and chest of drawers. So it doesn't even sound like they got all of what the other people did. The quote was $8,700, so $3,000 more in 2 years. I live about a mile northwest of Houston, Texas. I bought some coolant, Toyota coolant, for my truck about a year ago and purchased it for about $25. They went to get some more, and it is $39, but they're going to have to wait because it's not in stock, and the message came and said the reason is it is a high demand item. This is titled "Something is Happening in the Mining Industry." We don't know what is going on, but Freeport has just told all the local truckers that they have to shut down part of their process there and not producing any copper. All over the road truck drivers were told today they had no copper to ship. Freeport owns 3 major copper mines in southeast Arizona. We have suffered through retail, ranching, and farming shocks this year, hoping this is just temporary. So something's going on in the copper. I couldn't verify this any more than this report, so if anyone has any information, I'd be appreciative. But just more and more things are working against the consumer in the United States. This is southeast Kentucky. Prices keep going up here. We have seen several places out of diesel in the past few weeks. Kerosene is over $6 a gallon, so not a cheap heating source or fuel. Eggs, $5 and up a dozen. Milk, $5 a gallon. Bread, $4 for a large loaf. Hard time finding cornmeal. All meats very high. Coke and Pepsi prices going through the roof. Stock up as I can. The article about the Russian software disguised as an American company actually found its way into the U.S. Army and the CDC apps. So thousands of smartphone apps in the Apple and the Google online store contains computer code developed by a technology company that presented itself as based in the United States, but actually is Russia. So they're trying to fix this problem. This person sent in a case of romaine lettuce, $100. It went from their usual price of $26 to $98.50. This person said grapefruit at the Publix store in North Augusta, South Carolina. $2.29 for one grapefruit. That is incredible. I want to confirm that in the Northeast we are seeing a fuel oil shortage. A friend works for an oil delivery company near us and said that 3 of their distributor centers were out of oil and they're only allowing you 100 gallons. They will not fill your tank, and this is heating oil. I try to stay topped off if I can. It will get harder as winter gets here. We've been blessed so far because it's been warm. This is the first week of 30 and 40 degree weather. So make sure you get whatever you use for heating, get it secured now. I live in southeastern Pennsylvania. I get my prescription filled at Wegmans, a multi-state grocery store chain. I get oxycodone for a chronic condition for the last 10 years. On Saturday, they asked me to wait until Monday to fill my prescription because they did not have it all. I agreed. I went yesterday on Monday and was told they only had 2/3 of my prescription. I could take that or go somewhere else, and the remainder of my prescription would be void. The pharmacist said their suppliers don't know when they can get more. I knew this was coming because of your videos. Unfortunately, I have been unable to stock up on this medication because of the way government handles this medication. I will not be able to walk without this medication, and I will be in an extreme amount of pain. So hopefully they can get this resolved. Also, they said I had to take my daughter to the ER on 2:30 a.m. on Monday. They had no wait. They took them straight back to get checked in. The waiting room was completely emptied. Luckily, you went at 2:30 a.m. and that's probably a good time if you need to go get in there and get some help. This is Chicken in Ontario. Just want to send along, that blew my mind. They sent a picture of $30 for 4 pieces of chicken, literally 4 pieces of chicken. Now granted, this is from Ontario, so it'd be in Canadian dollars, but even for our friends up north, things are getting expensive. To end it, I want to read you this. I picked up a New England firearm. It was a .410 single-shot shotgun. Best money I've ever spent. It reminded me of my grandfather, who would always love rabbit hunting with his beagle dogs. Can't remember the dog's name anyways, but the dog got old and died. So my grandfather would take my aunt's poodle, and lo and behold, the poodle made the best rabbit dog around town. LOL. My aunt was so mad at him for that we all have a great laugh about the whole affair. Good rabbit hunting. So, you know what? You don't have to have a lot of money to make memories and have a good time. And a single shot shotgun, a poodle, and a nice open field with some rabbits can definitely make good quality time that you will remember for a long time. So during these troubled times, go out there and make memories. Don't give up our traditions of having a big Thanksgiving meal because you can't afford it. Do what you can. We need to keep our traditions alive in the way that we live. Thanks for watching.